I feel like there's not a lot of confidence in the Congress at the moment. So I don't see why there's such a concern for a change. We had Nancy Pelosi for so many years. The Congress didn't have a good approval rating for the most part during that time. So shaking things up seems like a good thing to me.
So I think politicians need to be responsible, and the compromise is about spending. I think that the time is now not to compromise on those anymore, just to make a change. So although I'm sorry that that's going to be a disturbance, it has to be done. You know, something has to change.
I don't see it helping. And I'm just completely confused by the whole move. He's making a stand because we're overspending, etc. But Democrats on the other side are just loving it, loving the confusion, loving the fact that Trump's indicted everywhere.
They got to have some stones. If you're going to try to run a country, you got to have some stones. And everybody can't be together. You know what I'm saying? There got to be one side and the other. I mean, it's nice if we get together on things that matter, but it seems like all they want to do is attack each other instead of working for the good of the country. And it's kind of crazy.
I wouldn't mind a government shutdown. I wouldn't mind some serious budget reductions. And so that would be my goal. I don't know who can get us there.
Got to do. That's why he was elected, I guess. And actually, I think probably the Republicans got the majority in the House because people thought there will be a change in spending. And if there's no change, then you didn't do your job.
Matt Gaetz is part of this 8 that's radical on one side, and there's radicals on the other side that just don't want anything to happen. So as we go into the election, I'm just wondering, how does this help? How does this move the needle forward?
They know more about McCarthy than I do, but I don't think he's done much for the Republican Party. You know, and I don't like all the infighting constantly that goes on. You know, and we got to take a strong stance. We got to protect our country and our people.
Can you trust politicians? Probably not. But one can hope that this is for the betterment of the country and that in the long run, what do we have to lose? What is the congressman doing for us?
I think people should just stop compromising all the time. What's the purpose of the compromise? You have been selected to do good by your people, and then you should do it. You know, it's a responsibility.
I just see Matt Gaetz being just a guy who's an attention seeker and, you know, wants to promote himself and doesn't want to promote the country.
Well, obviously something like that is unfortunate, but you have to have some principle, right? And if he had promised something, he needs to adhere to it.
So I see it being a little unnerving. It feels unnerving, but yet if we're going to have change, change has to be disruptive.